A river's memory. Quiet, cold darkness of a riverbed, a life began. He was a tiny, translucent egg, a mere speck of potential, nestled deep within the protective embrace of river stones. He was an 11, a word derived from the Old French élever, meaning to raise. For weeks he would remain here, absorbing the rich sustenance of his yolk sac, a self-contained universe of nourishment. This is the stage of quiet preparation, a time of profound vulnerability and immense potential. It reminds us that every great journey begins with a solid foundation, a moment of stillness before the grand unfolding. We often rush to start, but sometimes the greatest strength is found in the stillness of a well-laid beginning. As the ancient saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. One day, the stillness broke, the egg hatched, and a tiny, wide-eyed fry named Kai emerged. He was no bigger than a fingernail, but he was a creature of the current now. He learned to navigate the gentle flow, his first fins fluttering like tiny wings. He was still tethered to the riverbed, but he was free to explore his immediate world, to learn the dance of the water. This is the stage of first steps, of finding your footing in a world that feels vast and overwhelming. It is a lesson in the courage to emerge, to face the light, and to begin to make your own way. We are all called to be a force for good, even in our smallest moments. Be the change you wish to see in the world. As weeks turned into months, Kai grew into a par. He developed distinct vertical stripes on his sides, known as, quote, par marks. These were not just for camouflage, they were his unique identity, a pattern as individual as a fingerprint. He learned to hunt tiny insects, to defend his territory, and to find his place among the other par in the river. This is the stage of self-discovery, of finding your unique markings and understanding your place in the world. It is a reminder that our quirks and differences are not flaws, but the very things that make us unique. What you are is a gift from God. What you become is your gift to God. Then came the great change, a transformation known as smoltification. Kai's body began to change, his par marks fading as his skin turned a sleek, shimmering silver. His kidneys adapted to process salt water, preparing for a world he had only ever imagined. This is the stage of profound transition, a time when we must leave the familiar behind and prepare for the unknown. It is a lesson in embracing change, even when it feels terrifying, and trusting that we have the inner strength to adapt. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. The river opened into a vast, dark, and endless sea. Kai, now a smolt, plunged into the great unknown. He was no longer a solitary hunter, but a part of a great school, a shimmering silver river within the ocean. He learned to navigate the immense currents, to evade new predators, and to find his place within the collective. This is the stage of courage and resilience, of facing your fears and finding your tribe. It reminds us that we are built for more than just comfort and safety. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. Years passed in the deep blue. Kai grew large and powerful, feasting on krill and smaller fish. He navigated the seasons and the currents, his body becoming a testament to his journey. He was no longer the small, vulnerable fry, but a magnificent, strong adult. This is the stage of sustained effort and quiet growth. A reminder that true strength is built over time through countless small moments of perseverance. It is a reflection on the long, quiet periods in our lives when we are simply becoming. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks and then starting on the first one. Then, a whisper from the deep, an ancient, instinctual call. It was the memory of home, of the very river where he was born. Kai turned and began the long, arduous journey back. He swam against the current, his body now changing from silver to a deep, rich red. This is the stage of purpose, of returning to what truly matters. It is a reflection on the pull of home and the things that give our lives meaning. Home is not a place, it's a feeling. The journey upstream was a battle. Kai leapt over waterfalls, fought through churning rapids, and evaded predators. Every muscle ached, every ounce of his being was tested. This is the stage of overcoming obstacles, a powerful metaphor for the final push towards a goal. It reminds us that our greatest triumphs are often preceded by our greatest struggles. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Exhausted but triumphant, Kai returned to the very gravel bed where his journey began. He found a mate, and together they performed the final sacred act of their lives. He had completed the cycle, a testament to a life lived with purpose. This is the stage of fulfillment, of leaving a legacy and finding peace in the completion of a life's work. It is a reflection on the beauty of a life lived well. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Kai's life ended, but his purpose continued. His body, now still, provided essential nutrients to the river, nourishing the very ecosystem that would support his offspring. His legacy lived on in the new eggs, a new generation of potential. This is the final stage, a profound lesson in the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of giving back. The cycle of life, death, and renewal, a beautiful and endless dance. To live in the hearts we leave behind is not to die.